So I've got a 4x6 card, so it's just 8x6 scored in the middle, so it's 4x6. And then I've got a piece of silver mirror card that's just about 4x6, and a piece of blue linen card that's just about 1/4 of an inch smaller, or 1/8 of an inch smaller, like that. And these are going to be my mat layers, but I don't want to waste my silver mirror card, so I'm going to use that to cut a frame with my stitched edged oval nesting dies. And these are, the biggest one is 3 1/4 by 5, and then it's one down from that. And I'm just going to cut them right out of the middle of this silver. And it's not going to show because the blue is going to go on top of it. So we're going to do this. Let's try to get that in the middle. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be my mat layer. And then my blue is going to go on top of that on my card. Then I've got my silver frame. Then I've got a silver oval. And I've got another piece of blue cardstock. And I'm going to cut my die out of this blue cardstock. But because it's only going to fit on this oval, I'm just going to kind of cut, you know, part of it about like that. And then I'm going to do the same with my silver and kind of get it in about the same. I want to center up the Nativity right out of my silver oval. Okay. Now I'm going to put the blue on top of the silver with just a little bit of a drop shadow. But I want to trim off this top because I want it to be loose on the top, if that makes sense. So we're going to kind of just, these are just palm trees. And then this is the top of the manger. So we're just going to trim that off like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with this. Okay. Then I'm going to glue this together with just a little bit of that silver showing. And there's just a tiny little hint of that silver showing, which is exactly what I want. Now this is the circle, so I know I need to cut that blue. I'm probably going to have to cut it even more because it's not going to go. Like that. I don't want that silver to show. It's actually going to go down a little bit lower. Just about like that. So we're going to trim that bottom part off just a little bit more. Actually, honestly, I don't have to cut too much off. I'm just going to trim a little bit off. And then I'm going to cut my larger oval in a piece of, this is from the Cosmic collection from Crafter's Companion, and I just want some, a background sky that this is going to sit on. And so I'm going to try and use some of this from this bottom part where it's fairly light colored. Now I'm going to put my card together. So I've got my silver matte layer and my dark blue matte layer. Then this is going to go on the back of there, and this is going to go inside there. Just kind of, I'm going to go ahead and glue that onto there, and then I'll glue my silver frame around it. Okay, so let me glue all this up. Okay, and now we're going to mount that right on the front of that card. Now you can mount it with foam for dimension if you want, but I'm not. I'm just going to put it flat. And there we go. Love how that came out. Oh, it's so pretty. And actually fairly simple and quick and easy to do. So, hope you like that. Thanks for watching. Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls, coming from the West Coast. One more card using the Crafter's Companion Follow the Star Create a Card die. This time using it in a little bit different way than it was probably intended to be used, but I love how it came out. I think it's just so pretty with some silver mirror card. But it actually does go together really fast. It's just a couple of cuts and then glue it all up. It's it's very flat. You could put dimension in it if you wanted to, but I did not. So let me show you how it's made.